Uncovered treasure. Colin flinched as the backhoe raised its claw-like arm over the sandbox. Colin hadn't used the sandbox in years, but he had so many memories of digging and looking for dinosaur fossils. He never found any, and once he was old enough to know that it was impossible to find dinosaur fossils in his homemade sandbox, he'd given up playing in it altogether. Thinking about the past, his father asked, putting his hand on Colin's shoulder. Colin shrugged. I don't use the sandbox anymore, so it's not really a big deal. The backhoe scooped the sand and dirt beneath it, piling it aside. The lawn was a soggy mess. That leak in the water pipe just pretty bad, Colin's father said. Colin barely heard him. He was staring at the spot that used to be his favorite play area. The backhoe stopped, and Joe, the man operating it, stepped out. I found the leak. Colin and his father walked over to the big hole in the yard. Colin peered inside. He could see the pipe and the spot where the water was leaking out, but his eyes wandered to something sticking out of the dirt and mud. What is that? Colin asked. His father leaned over the hole. It looks like a fossil. A fossil? Colin's eyes widened. He glanced at the hole that was once his sandbox, and for the first time in years he thought he'd get his wish of finding a dinosaur bone. Is it okay if we pull out the fossil? Colin's father asked Joe. Yeah, I'll get it for you. Joe reached into the hole. Colin imagined all kinds of dinosaur bones, but when Joe handed him the fossil, Colin sighed with disappointment. It looks like a piece of rock with seashell imprints on it. Fossils can be made by a lot of different things, not just dinosaurs, his father said. I'd say you're a lucky kid to have found a fossil at all, Joe said. Colin turned the fossil over in his hands. It was pretty cool. Can I keep it in my room? Absolutely, his father said. You found it, so it's yours. Colin carried the fossil into his house. Every time he looked at it, he remembered the fun he used to have in his sandbox. Uncovered treasure. Question 1. When Colin was younger, what did he like to do in his sandbox? A. Make sandcastles. B. Bury his toys and dig them up. C. Bury his feet in the sand. Or D. Look for dinosaur fossils. 2. How did Colin feel when he saw the backhoe digging up his sandbox? A. He didn't care because he never plays with it anyway. B. He was so sad because it used to be his favorite place to play. C. He was angry at his father for not saving the sandbox. Or D. He was hopeful that he would find something in the dirt. Question 3. Why did Colin's father have the sandbox and the lawn dug up? Question 4. Who was Joe? Question 5. What did Colin find in the hole? A seashell? B. A dinosaur bone? C. A fossil? Or D. Worms?